Hey everybody, and happy Monday. It's another week and another opportunity to climb the standard ladder. What I've done now, I found 5 decks. Each one of them is below 5,000 dust. A lot of them are duplicates from the previous few weeks, but we'll get into all the details or what have you. Let's look at win rates. Win rates for standard right now are Paladin, Hunter, Warlock, with some Rogue and Warrior mixed for the top 5. Mage, Death Knight, and Demon Hunter are not doing that great. But remember, like I say every single time, if you are playing Bronze, if you're playing Standard, if you're Silver, if you're playing Gold, there's a deck for you. In each one of the classes, there will be something above 50% win rate. Looking at Twist. So Twist is interesting. Good, bad, ugly. Warlock, Rogue, and Warrior are the 3 options. I went through and I have a few lists. We'll look at Donkey.top's site. That's about it. There is a few variances there, but Shaman, Paladin, Hunter, Priest, Mage, and Druid are not the best for playing that mode. Let's get into the decks for Standard right now. First of all, looking at all the classes, remember, this is skewed a bit. This is telling you that Bronze through Gold, Death Knight doesn't have anything. I disagree, and I will be able to show you a little bit of that as we go further. Demon Hunter, the only thing that's halfway decent right now is Outcast, but Relic is right there. Relic Demon Hunter is right there as an opportunity. Druid is great right now for those that are looking for budget-friendly decks, because Drum Druid and Treant Druid are still where they were last week and the week before, the week before that, and they're very low dust decks. I have one of them I'm going to talk about today. Hunter, even though they've nerfed it like crazy, Hunter's still up there. The only problem with Hunter is, you know, it's about 9,000 to 10,000 dust, so if you do not have a lot of dust, maybe hold off on that one, but there is opportunities there. And this is why I said Mage is not that great, but it's also pretty good. Mech Mage and Secret Mage are there for you. 51.9% and 51.6% win rates on average, and there's options there for Mage. Paladin, it's pure, it's aggro, it's mech. It's not Earthen. Stop talking about Earthen right now. Earthen is not there for me. I'm not a fan of that. But anyway, the only thing with Paladin is these decks are well over 7,000 dust, so go from there. Priest, you only have Undead. That's about it. There is something going on if you look at the trending decks, and if you look at some of the other archetypes for Priest, that Giant Priest is moving up Bronze through Gold, so we might want to check that out. Rogue is Mech Rogue. It's where it's been the entire time that Titans has come out. Secret's right next to that, so you will have some wins playing Secret Rogue. Shaman, it's Totem or it's Evolve. Nature Shaman just, went down the tubes from a few weeks ago when they did those nerfs. Warlock is very strong right now. It's just super expensive. I just crafted a deck. It's a 40-card Warlock deck that's like, I think it's 23,000 dust, so you can play Warlock. It's just going to be expensive for you. And Warrior, you have Control and Enrage, just rounding out the two the two of that class. Rock and Roll Warrior is not there anymore, and then, really, if you're playing Warrior and you're playing with Ignis or what have you, Controller and Rage is where you want to go. So let's get into the decks today that I picked. Remember, some of these are duplicates from previous weeks, but we're trying to find decks that'll help you win, help you climb the ladder, and without costing you an arm and a leg or having a second mortgage on your house. Drum Druid is an option here, and Drum Druid is 4,400 dust with a 59.3% win rate, and this deck is super easy. I've mentioned it before. You've got a little bit of control to get the right tools out that you need, and you're trying to throw out saplings, you're trying to sit there and throw out treants, you're trying to sit there and keep this Lightbinder's Gift together to make your spells lower, you're still trying to work on those treants, and then Kiri, Chosen of Elune, to add a Solar Eclipse and a Lunar Eclipse to your hand. The main goal is getting your choose one card both effects combined and running at the same time. And then you want to go ahead and you want to use Summer Flower Child to pull the big cost cards out. And then it's boom, it's Drum Circle, it's Topior, so where all those little spells, you'll be able to have a 3/3 on there. And then Cultivation as well. Give your minions +2/+2. That's the way you play this deck. But it is a fun deck. It's same in terms of popularity as it has been. It's pretty lined there. It's not as crazy as it started in the beginning of August, but it's still good for you to play. And like I said, 4,400 dust, you can't beat that. Next one is Undead Priest, and I mentioned Undead Priest multiple times. I don't know if everybody's watching every single video that I do of this, so there is some duplication here. But Undead Priest is 4,280 dust with a 62.4% win rate. I joke around with Priest all the time, saying, "Oh, it's terrible," blah blah blah. It's not terrible. It's not a bad deck. It is a Undead Priest, and you're just working on all your undead spell minions and synergies, and you're able to have the Shadow form, which does damage instead of heal, and you just aggressively beat up on your opponent. So it's a good deck. If you haven't tried it before, definitely give it a shot, especially, like I said, it is below 5,000 dust. Next one, Totem Shaman, is 4,720 dust with a 65% win rate. This one, I've mentioned this before as well. The only main legendaries are Stonewright, and that gives your totems +2 attack for the rest of the game. And then Grand Totem Eyesore, which at the end of your turn give +1/+1 to all other totems in your deck. So it is a totem deck with Bloodlust at the end or what have you. And then of course Gigantotem rounds out the minions, and this you can have it played for 2 mana. So it's pretty good. Next one, Mech Mage, and the Mech Mage is at 3,280 dust with the 53.1% win rate. Mage is not doing that great for all of the opportunities there that has been on there. Rainbow Mage is not going that crazy. But listen, this deck is easy to play. It's just mechs, and it's just using the mechs to increase the amount of strength that's on your board. Don't forget Mecha Shark. Everybody loves that card, right? And then Pazik. Pazik is a very good card. It's a very good legendary card that you should have already. And then Ziliax, of course, rounds things out, helps things going. One of the things I don't see in here is, no, Pazik's there, Gorilla Bot, everything looks good here. And like I said, 3,280 dust. There's not a lot of new cards in here, but this deck still works, so that's good for you. Next one I'm going to throw out there, this is the last one. Control Warrior, 4,740 dust with a 60.7% win rate. And this deck is just a Control Warrior deck. It's got Ignis in there, so you know you mean business. It's also got the Minotaur in, and these are awesome. Hopefully you have the signature cards there. And then Odin Prime Designate, which go ahead and every time you have armor, you gain that much attack for that a turn. So it's a fun deck. Like I said, 4,740 dust with a 60.7% win rate, and Warrior's pretty high up there, so it's a good deck to play. So next up, let's talk about Twist for a few minutes. When I mentioned that there was only 3 classes that were pretty strong in Twist right now, I wasn't joking. If you go on Donkey.Tops, you'll see it's Warlock, it's Rogue, it's Warrior. There's a little bit of Hunter in there, but not much. But if you're looking for low-cost decks to play in Twist, especially with the event that's going on right now, there's opportunities there. There's 2,440 dust for this one. There's 2,400 dust for this Warlock. There is 3,800 for this Warlock. So there's some opportunities there. Look, this Beast Hunter. It's 1,920 dust with a 51% win rate. So there's opportunities there for you to be playing, especially with the event going on. Super cheap to craft. You might already have all these cards. It's nothing to worry about. And of course, I will post the link as well. They put at Hearthstone Top Decks, they have this article they started it on September 1st, but it keeps on being updated and refreshed of decks that you can play. Now, these are a little bit more expensive, but you'll still see some opportunities here. 8,000, 8,000. Here's one for 4,000, discard lock. Here's one for 8,600, Jade Druid. This one, 11,500 is Cthulhu. This one's pretty big, but of course, one of the events is, one of the items is play your old gods. So maybe you have some of the old gods and this won't cost that much. Check this out. All these links are in the description, obviously. I want to make sure that I'm finding the best opportunities for you to climb, whether you're climbing standard, whether you're climbing twist, whatever you're trying to do, I'm setting this up for you. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. I throw this video out every single Monday, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see, and thank you for watching. Have a good week.